guys, and welcome to Film Artsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And over the weekend, we had the very first ever DC Fandome event virtually that DC released, where they essentially announced and showed off some of the biggest things that you can expect from the DC universe, such as the movies and possible television shows in the future. And they dropped a lot of really exciting news and trailers along the way. And while we reacted to some of the trailers we've seen so far, today we wanted to take a look and recap some of the awesome things that happened during this event, because if you didn't watch the whole thing, you might be missing out on some really exciting things. So that being said, let's go ahead and jump into this with some of the best highlights from this DC event. Now, one of the biggest things that definitely came from the August 22nd event was the reveal of the Batman, which showed off the trailer, which will of course star Robert Pattinson, which was a really big deal because people didn't know what this movie would look like tonally, and it already looks amazing from the trailer already, and was definitely one of the highest points of this entire event. Now, the movie's only apparently 30% filmed so far, and with all the delays going on right now, it's very likely that stuff got shut down. Though it's still set to release in 2021, it's looking like it's going to be really amazing just from what they've gotten done in those preliminary stages of the movie. And what's also interesting is we're going to see some other characters along the way, like Catwoman and possibly the Riddler as well. Then on the other side of things, we got a brand new trailer for Wonder Woman 1984. Now, this movie was actually supposed to release back in 2019. It saw a delay, and then it saw more delays this year, and we're going to be seeing it hopefully soon. But with all the delays and whatnot, they still decided to release a brand new trailer. And while it was tonally different, there were a couple of new little scenes in there, and it was an interesting trailer nonetheless. Then we got a first look at the Justice League, the Snyder Cut, something that fans have wanted since the original movie came out all the way back in 2017. And now that this movie is finally going to be getting the re-edit or the redone version of it, fans are really excited. It's been confirmed that it'll run in 4 one-hour-long parts on HBO Max, and the trailer showed a lot of big differences already from the original film to what we've seen now. The main reason this is exciting is because originally Zack Snyder was set to direct the film, though with some personal stuff that happened, he stepped down during the editing process, and essentially this version of the movie would be whatever he would have made if he had an unlimited time to make a movie, as in there wasn't a restriction as how long the movie could be, and of course if he had full reign over the edits of the movie, which will be really cool to see what ends up coming out of this. Then this next one, not necessarily as related to the movie side of things, but the developer behind the video game Batman Arkham Knights revealed at the Fandome event a new game called Gotham Knights, which will be a co-op adventure starring Nightwing, Robin, Batgirl, and Red Hood as they protect Gotham City, and it looks really interesting. A lot of people are big fans of the Batman Arkham games, so it'll be interesting to see what this one's like. We got a little bit of information during a panel with the cast of The Flash, where they talked essentially about the future of this movie that is going to be made with Ezra Miller's The Flash, and they kind of established that this is going to open the door for the entire DC multiverse, and we might see some callbacks to other DC universes that have already been established along the way, though nothing of course was confirmed. Interestingly enough though, in a different panel, we saw the Arrowverse executive Greg Berlanti talk about how he wants to include more DC film characters in future TV show crossovers. And if you remember back to the Crisis on Infinite Earths event, Ezra Miller appeared in that as the Flash, and they had a lot of appearances from previous DC movies along the way. Apparently, this Flash movie also will have a new suit for the character that was apparently made by Batman. So we'll have to see how that all ties in, especially with the rumors circulating that Ben Affleck is going to return. And then from Suicide Squad, while we didn't get a trailer, we did get a really cool cast trailer or teaser, and it was really awesome just to see the different cast members and characters that are going to be represented, and we're really excited to see this movie. Obviously, they probably weren't able to start filming when they originally were planned, when it was originally scheduled to be filmed, but nonetheless, it's still set to come out possibly August 6th, 2021. And essentially what we got from the trailer is that this movie will serve more as its own standalone type thing and not really a direct sequel to the original Suicide Squad movie. Then there was another announcement for an upcoming co-op DC game, Suicide Squad, which will be made by Rocksteady Studios, and this will be interesting. Also, another co-op game for up to 4 players that's set to release in 2022, but they did showcase a reveal trailer. We were really excited to see Dwayne Johnson teasing the Black Adam film, which finally is kind of starting to take shape. This movie has been in development for such a long time, so it's really exciting to see that things are moving along with it, and they are going to be working on it, and we're going to get more details on it sometime in the future, but at least we have an official logo, which is more than what we've had. Then we've had small talks about the future of Aquaman, that there will be another sequel sometime in 2022 that'll be a little more serious. Shazam 2 is going to have the subtitle Fury of Gods and may actually have an appearance by Sinbad in the movie, which is funny because there's this rumor / Mandela effect that Sinbad was in a movie called Shazam back in the early 90s that never actually existed, though a lot of people remember it. So it's funny they're going to actually possibly put Sinbad in a Shazam movie, which is just kind of great. So these are mostly the biggest announcements. There were little announcements along the way with some things going on in the TV series, but for the most part, these were the ones that people were so hyped up about. So we wanted to turn it around to you guys. What did you guys think of all of these announcements? Let us know in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos just like this, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
I'm about to.
Hi, everybody.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Hi.
See you guys.
Know anybody?